Yeah, man!
Hello, my name is Miguel, and today I'm gonna make for you Spirulina Irish Moss Drink. You're gonna need Irish moss, dried spirulina, flax seed or linseed, sugar. Visit JamaicanDinners.com for the recipe. I'm using half cup Irish moss. This is Irish moss. And I'm using half cup dried spirulina. So together it's 1 cup. See, half and half. This is dried Irish moss. You can use river Irish moss instead. This is what dried spirulina looks like up close. See, it look like some strings of hair. Remove anything that is not spirulina. Look for small tiny shells and sticks. There's a few sand in it. We're gonna make sure we get that out. To remove the sand, get a bowl. Add enough water into the bowl. Drizzle several drops of distilled white vinegar in the water. Now, use your fingers, work out the sand. Separate the spirulina's leaf. Wash spirulina clean. You can squeeze it like a sponge to help remove dirt and sand. So under the force of the running water, you just use your fingers and separate the spirulina and let the force of the water kind of beat it. That will help remove the sand. Give spirulina a final rinse. It's best if you do this part under fresh running water. This is what it looks like. It should be clean like this. This is dried Irish moss up close. It's as hard as spaghetti. Next, wash Irish moss. Get a bowl, add enough water into the bowl. It won't hurt if you drizzle a few drops of distilled white vinegar in the water. Use your hand and fingers. Wash between Irish moss properly. Give it a final rinse. It's best if you do this part under fresh running water. Clean the Irish moss and spirulina. Put this aside for the next step. Get a clean bowl. Add 2 cups water in the bowl. Put your cleaned Irish moss and spirulina into the water. Allow to soak an hour. Ensure that the water is covering these dried sea bushes. After an hour, the Irish moss should be soft. So use your finger and kind of squeeze it, and it should feel soft. Next, boil bushes to tenderize it. Now, get a big enough stewing pot or a saucepan to add soaked sea bushes with water into the saucepan. Add 1 more cup water. In total, we are using 3 cups of water. Now use the pan's lid, cover the pan properly. Put it to heat, turn the stove on. Put the stove's flame on 4, medium-low. Allow it, it will come to a boil. Allow. After 5 minutes, this is what's going on. Once it comes to a boil, it might start to overflow. So it's best if you just turn the stove on low. You could open the lid quarter way open, but the objective here is to keep the lid closed properly. This is how the flame should look on low. I like to say very low because sometimes you have to gauge it to get it this low. Keep it as low as this. Do not allow the flame to go out. From time to time, watch it. While we are waiting for that, get a small container. Measure 2 teaspoons of flax seed or linseed. Put it into the container. Add enough water. Allow it to soak for a few minutes. Use your fingers. Work the floating seeds down. After 15 minutes, a total of 20 minutes boiled in, this is what it looks like. Note, you could boil this for up to 30 minutes. Test to see if Irish moss, if it's tenderized. Use a spoon, something. Press on the Irish moss. If it mashes to pulp, it's ready for the next step. This is ready. Turn stove off. Allow it to cool. If you're in a hurry, you could continue, but note, do not put warm or hot things into the refrigerator. First, allow it to cool room temperature. Get blender ready. Have a clean bowl ready and close by. Next, blend boiled, dried Irish moss and dried spirulina. Pour cooked sea bushes into the blender's jar. Use the blender's jar lid, cover it properly. Because the liquid is still hot, while this blending, you could remove the lid's insert to release the steam, just to be safe. Blend this a minute between 2 on high speed. Allow. I am making this spirulina Irish moss drink just right. However, you could add more water to thin it out more. So in other words, you could add this proportion in water on this proportion. And it will still be okay. Meaning the flavor will still be there. You could blend the flax seed, but I'm not going to. I like to see the seeds into the drink. Besides, it's very easy to swallow these seeds. After time, turn blender off. Remove the jar's lid. This drink is not necessary to strain. Pour mixture into a clean bowl. The flavor of this blended sea bushes and water is drinkable as is. I would say add the seeds and then you're finished. However, you may sweeten it if that's what you want. For this proportion, measure and add 1/4 cup sugar. I'm using brown sugar. You could use granulated instead. Stir it in until you do not feel sugar grain on the bowl's bottom while stirring. I am tasting this to see how sweet it is. Adding sugar brings up the flavor, I must admit. Next, remove water from soaking seeds and then add the seeds in the drink. After soak, the seeds became kind of jelly-ish, kind of became jelly-like. Stir the seeds in the drink. I used 1/4 cup sugar. That's like 4 tablespoons, if my memory serves me right. Now, to store drink, pour it in a jar. Use the jar's lid, cover it properly. Put it into the refrigerator 3 days, no more than 5 days. Pour drink into a container that you can seal tight. However, you could freeze it to 6 months, maybe a year or more. Spirulina Irish Moss drink is best served cool. Before serving drink, shake it well or stir it in before serving. Look how the seeds made this drink look more attractive. This is Spirulina Irish Moss Drink. Visit JamaicanDinners.com for the recipe. Subscribe, like, and share. You should try making this drink yourself. Give us feedback when you do. First, this drink is thick and jelly-like. The flavor is like the aroma of seagrass. I don't know if that makes sense, but remember, you cannot add sugar to this drink. I am just swallowing the seeds while I'm drinking. Adding the sugar makes it sweet. Other than that, it's flavorless a little bit, in my opinion. There is something special about adding sugar to this drink, to herbal drinks. It's as if energy from the sugar boosts the drink. The spirulina tastes like seagrass. I can see why the manatees them love it. It's packed with nutrients. I feel hyperactive mentally. There's a difference. Which makes me feel like my energy is boosting. After drinking spirulina, I woke up the next day feeling hyperactive throughout the day. Wondering what it could be, I remember the spirulina. Until next time, bye.
Yeah, man.